It's about 2 o'clock in the morning on New Year's Day. And I was woken up right before midnight and basically been sitting here for 2 hours, tortured. It feels kind of awkward. Two guys talking to me, and there feels like reaching below my belt in the front and the back. It's really uncomfortable. On top of the fact that it's uncomfortable, it's really painful. So I've been dealing with that. This is standard holiday attacks. It happens Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and Easter. It doesn't have anything to do with religion. It's the fact that you're supposed to have a break traditionally. They want to take that from you, make it stressful. So I've been dealing with that. It's been 18 years of stupid stuff. So I'm pretty well versed as to whether or not it's coming. And I can anticipate and plan, try and batten down the hatches and wait for the storm to pass. But it's particularly disturbing this time over New Year's. It happened to be a 4-day holiday. And I have dealt with more stupidity over the last 3-4 days. They come in. Now, I've been dealing with this for 18 years. So obviously they've had the opportunity to come in and try and be mean and push me around and do that. But that hasn't worked for them up until that point. They need to try and manipulate me without me being aware of it if they want to get me to do something. They haven't been able to do that, so they've been using pain to intimidate. And I'm dealing with somebody 20 years younger than I am, a hell of a lot wiser. He's trying to manhandle me, and it's particularly sad to see. So I've been dealing with a bunch of assholes instigating a lot of pain, initiating a lot of pain over the last 3 or 4 days. And it's the type of pain that is going way above and beyond what they normally do. In fact, it's so bad that I'm aware that the people that normally harass me aren't there, and that they've got babysitters there. And the babysitters are trying to A, keep me in check, and B, fix some of the problems that my handler, Tony, is having as far as my attitude is concerned. So I don't particularly think I have an attitude problem, but they don't like it very much. So they have one plan to attack you. And if that doesn't work out, they don't have a backup plan. So they use pain and they use all sorts of stuff to try and get you to adhere to their original plan. The problem is, once you're aware of what they're trying to do, it's really easy to prevent them from doing it. And it's really not my problem they didn't come up with more than one plan. So I sit here in a lot of pain. I have to take 3 tramadol per day, 3 gabapentin per day, which is nerve pain medication. Tramadol is an opiate, or opiate-like drug, along with all the other psych meds, which I'm happy to take because they just make me feel tired. And when you're in pain, I'm happy to be tired. So I'll take those all day long. Ibuprofen. It's just ridiculous how many different types of pain medication that I have. Um, they don't want to eat or sleep, so I have to take Benadryl to go to sleep, and that doesn't work. I mean, it's ridiculous. I was going to go into something else as far as pain medication is concerned. Um, they zap my short-term memory, so it's lost. So Happy New Year to everyone. I don't know who's going to watch this. But getting back to what I was talking about, last 3 or 4 days, just the stuff that they normally do has just been above and beyond what has been done in the past. Taking stuff that doesn't work, not only are they hurting me more, but it's just they're making me more aware of their goals and what they're trying to accomplish, and it makes it easier for me to throw a monkey wrench in the middle and prevent them from being successful. So this is actually getting pretty interesting because I've been dealing with this for 18 years. And when I started, I tried to contact the FBI and they had it shut off. Where there was no phone number, there was nothing. You couldn't even email them. You couldn't even email the FBI when this all started back in 2000, 2001. Now the FBI has had to reconfigure their communications website so you can at least submit inquiries by email. But it's been 18 years, and there are a lot of people that are dealing with this, and there are a lot of people that are complaining to the FBI, and the FBI has done absolutely nothing. So I'm concerned that they're complicit, and I'm not going to contact them. I'll contact everybody but them, but that seems like a very dumb thing to do. Stuff is starting to come through in the news, the media. The entire country is aware that there's a serious problem with shootings and domestic terror, and people are tired of it. People are scared that their kids are going to get hurt, and people want this to stop. And there are a lot of people that are out there that notice this and aren't saying anything because the authority in this country has been destroyed, or the trust in the authority has been destroyed by the anti-Trump movement. So people are, I believe, scared that we live in a police state now, and that's not right. That's not what this country was based and founded on. So it's getting very interesting. They're going to have a really hard time keeping everything under wraps. The technology and what's happening is going to come out eventually because it's inevitable. I've seen their plan, the way they harass you. I know what they're trying to accomplish. I know the tools that they're using, and I know that they don't know enough about the human brain to manipulate it effectively. It's just there's too many different possibilities that can occur at any given moment, and they haven't assessed all of the different possibilities, and they keep you in some sort of tunnel vision to try and herd you into one way of thinking when in fact there is a gambit of possibilities that are available. So it's very very narrow-minded. It's very simple-minded. It gets very dull the way they do it because it's forced and it's not intellectual. It's thuggish. It's pretty stupid. So, I'm holed up in my apartment because it's extremely painful to go anywhere. Um, I always feel as if I need to be near a place where I can lie down and curl up in a ball. And that's pretty messed up, especially with all the pain pills that I take. So I'm at a point where I'm completely unable to work and leave the house. I feel like I'm really dying, to be honest with you. And my main goal is just trying to be comfortable and tolerate this stupidity. So, 45. It's been 18 years, so it's safe to assume that they've destroyed a career and family and everything. If they would just let me go for a year, I could accomplish so much without this harassment. But right now, as it stands, I'm stuck in my apartment. There's nowhere to turn. There are a lot of people that are like this, so I don't really feel that sorry for myself because I know there are a lot of people that are dealing with the same thing. And it could be worse. Not much worse, but it could be worse. So, I'm doing a Happy New Year video. I hate doing these. The only reason I do them is because I'm sitting here at 2 in the morning and I'm in a lot of pain and I need to do something constructive to help myself. And this is the easiest way to go ahead and do that. I know a tremendous amount about their harassment and their methods. And it's really easy for me just to get frustrated with the pain and turn on the camera and start talking about some of their methods and what they do. I never really plan these. I just sort of ramble. But like I said, it's been 18 years. I know this stuff in and out, so it's very easy for me to just get into it and start talking about this, that, and the other. I've written about 45 pages and put it on the internet in a blog. It could be viewed at mindcontrolinformation.blogspot.com, and it lists pretty much their techniques and my advice for new targets. I've kept my personal stuff sort of out of there as far as my daily log of what happens as far as the torture is concerned. But feel free to take a look at it and know that I have probably another 250 pages of just logs of dates and times, and I'm up in the middle of the night and being harassed and chased down and shaken down, pretty much. So I hope 2019 treats you all very well. Thanks for listening, and Happy New Year.